Did you know that if you take a vitamin in a pill form or a capsule form, whether if it's a multivitamin or a vitamin D or whatever kind of vitamin in a pill form that you have in your pantry, you're actually only getting 30% of the milligrams that the label says that you're getting. Why is that? Well, because this is synthetic. It was made in the lab and it's filled with fillers. And so the body, when you eat something, it's only going to absorb what it knows that it needs or it can use. And the rest of it, it's going to get rid of it. So when you're taking your multivitamins, 70% of those milligrams are getting digested and then sent to the liver, to the kidneys, and it gets excreted through your urine. So then why do we do it? Why do we bother? Well, because we know that we're not eating enough fruits and vegetables. We're not taking all the micronutrients that we're supposed to. We know that. And so we feel better when we say, I took my vitamin today. But did you? 3 things that I want you to consider. Is your vitamin bioavailable? That's the degree and the rate that the vitamin gets absorbed into the circulatory system to be available where the body needs it at the cellular level. What's the chemical process of this? What's the chemical properties? Is it a hard to digest tablet or is it a gel that gets absorbed right through to your circulatory system? And then how's the gut? How's the health of your digestive system? Is your gut healthy enough to be able to absorb those 30 little milligrams that you're getting, the 30% of those milligrams that you're supposed to be getting from your vitamin? So we're going to take about 20 minutes of your time today to talk about if we're going to invest in vitamins and we're going to take the time to take our vitamins. We're going to do it with a supplement that is 20 to 30% more potent than any other supplement out there. Here in Rain Nutrition, we don't worry about, am I only getting 30%? No, sir. No, ma'am. We're getting 20 to 30% times more than any other supplement out there. And because we have a great company owner that knows what he's doing, because he's been doing this for years, he designs our products to work synergistically together. Each product has several ingredients that are going to give that vitamin, that nutrient, that is going to make it so much more effective and is going to give you the greatest benefit from it. Today, we are going to talk about feed source nutrition. Hi, everyone. My name is Isabel Acosta. I am a leader here in the United States, and today I have the pleasure of hosting the North America Leadership Academy. The purpose of us coming together once a week on Thursday is to support our team, train new upcoming leaders, and to invite some guests, give them the opportunity to learn who we are, what we stand for, and how we support our team. So if you're a guest here today, welcome. Thank you for taking a few minutes of your Thursday. We're excited that you're here with us. And if you haven't done so, which I see many of y'all have, give us a shout out. Post where you're coming from, what you're up to today, maybe what's the best part of your day. For me, on Thursdays, my best part of my day, whether if I'm hosting or I'm joining as a guest, is spending time here with you, with our Rain Nation. I have been a pediatric nurse for over 25 years. I triage for the largest children's hospital in Houston. I work with 4 pediatricians. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids, and I'm 54. So some of the information I'm going to share with you today, I'm pulling from my knowledge as a nurse, my knowledge as a mom, and just my life experience. Because as moms, we try to show up at our best. We take care of ourselves. We try to take care of ourselves because I want to show up my best for my patients, and I want to show up my best for my children. And so I'm going to take a few minutes to take you through Rain Nutrition for each stage of our lives. Okay, and we're going to start with our little ones, 2-year-olds to our teen years. Children and teens have different nutritional needs from adults, except when it comes to fiber. Their body needs just as much fiber as grown-ups do in order to maintain a healthy digestive system. If you have little ones or have had little ones, if you heard this before, my tummy hurts. I've heard it a lot when my kids were little, and my answer to them was always the same. Go sit in the potty for a little while. And they did. And once they were able to pass gas or finally able to have a bowel movement, they felt better. But that was a signal to me that, oh, I need to add more fiber to their diet, right? You've heard this before. How do we achieve that with Pure? With Rain. We achieve that with Pure. This is a powerful probiotic, prebiotic formula. I'm sure that if you have kids, you've heard from your pediatrician or your family doctor, get your kids on probiotics. But it's not just enough to give them a chewable probiotic. You got to give them a probiotic that has prebiotic fiber. The prebiotic in our probiotic is not digestible. At least it doesn't break down in the stomach with the acids. Our prebiotic makes it to the colon, where it's going to feed our probiotic so that probiotic can be strong and do what it's supposed to do with the digestive system. Just make our digestive flora healthy. And so our kids are going to get part of their fiber that they need through Pure. Delicious lemon lime or fruit punch. I promise you that they're going to love this. So get your babies on our probiotics prebiotic blend. Make sure that they have a healthy gut. It's important. Working in a pediatrician's office with 4 pediatricians, there are 2 supplements that all 4 pediatricians recommend to every patient, everyone 2 years and older. The first one being probiotics, the second one being vitamin D. Vitamin D, it's such an important element for optimal wellness. We have vitamin D receptors all over the body. This is such an important vitamin that our body will produce it with the sun. The problem is that we're not getting enough vitamin D in our diet and we're not getting enough sun. Whether it's because, I don't know, the part of the world where you live, maybe it's too hot, so you don't want to be outside. Maybe it's too cold, so you don't want to be outside. Or when you do go outside, it's cloudy. Maybe you have darker skin, and so you don't absorb as much sunlight. Whatever the reason is, 50% of our population, even though it's such an important vitamin, is vitamin deficiency. We learned at conference that, 1 billion adults and children suffer from deficiency of vitamin D, putting them at risk for infections and diseases and falls and weak bones and breaks, right? So you got to get your vitamin D, because vitamin D is going to help your little ones as they're growing have healthy bones and teeth. Vitamin D helps the absorption of calcium and phosphate. So as they're drinking their milk, they're getting the calcium through dairy. You got to add vitamin D, right? You got to add the vitamin D, especially if they're not big milk drinkers, because milk has vitamin D. But if they don't take enough dairy, you got to get them their vitamin D. This is going to make sure that when the cold season comes and the viruses start spreading, right now school started, so the viruses are spreading. With the vitamin D, is going to reduce the risk of respiratory infections because we have vitamin D receptors in our nose. So super important. If you don't have your child on vitamin D, get vitamin D. And just a little heads up, we learned at conference that before the holidays or by the holidays, we're going to have a new and improved. But we can't wait till the holidays. We got to start taking it now. And the sale is still going on. You get 2, you buy 2 and you get 1 free. So order your vitamin D. By the way, this also is going to support brain function. As those little brains are growing, support their brain, all right? And take care of their immune system. Let's talk fruits and vegetables, because we're not eating enough fruits and vegetables, and we know for sure we're not feeding our kids enough fruits and vegetables. Children, until the age of 18, they need at least 1.5 to 2 cups a day of fruits. And vegetables, well, they need 2 to 2.5 cups a day. If they're growing girls over 9, they need 3 cups a day. If they're boys, they need 3.5 cups a day. If they're going through that growth spurt of 14 years to 18 years of age, they need 4 cups a day. what in the world? How in the world do we get them to eat all those vegetables? Because kids are not eating breakfast. You know, they're running to the bus stop at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. And so if we're lucky, we're throwing a waffle in the toaster that's grain, and we're handing it to them, and we hope that they eat it on the bus. Or they're saying, Mom, it's too early. I don't want to think about breakfast. I'll eat at school. But then they get school and they start talking to their friends. They don't eat breakfast. And lunch, hopefully they're eating the lunch at school. Schools are trying to do a good job in giving them a nutritional lunch, but do our kids really like those school lunches? And so they're getting one nutritious meal a day, right? And we try to include a protein and a vegetable and a starch, but there is no way we are giving them 4 cups of vegetables at dinner. Enter core. Core. Look at this little packet, 1 ounce. But yet this is going to help gap that nutritional needs of fruits and vegetables, because this 1 ounce pack is the ultimate green blend that provides, ready for this, 9 to 12 servings of fruits and vegetable a day. This little pack, problem solved. We're still going to try to be healthy, and we're still going to try to eat fruits and vegetables. Kids are going to eat bananas and strawberries for sure, but when they decide no thanks, they're going to have their core, and they're going to have their core every day. Let's talk protein, because protein is an important building molecule for growing, developing bodies. It's crucial during those significant changes of adolescence. And so, again, we're trying to include protein at dinner, but they're not eating enough protein. Enter corn, 20 grams of high quality vegan protein. And I'm holding our vanilla pack. And this is how I take it. I take it 2 ways. Every morning in my overnight oats. It's not really overnight. In the morning, I fix my form vanilla. I add some oatmeal. I shake it. I take it with me. It's sitting there for a couple of hours. When I get to work, I may stick it on the microwave to warm it up, or I might just drink it like that. It's delicious. Do our kids have enough time in the morning to drink it? If they're not, because they're running for the bus, hey, this is going to be a healthy after school snack. And because it's 20 grams of protein, it's going to help them feel full. Instead of grabbing the chips after school, leave their form right in the refrigerator for them to drink, and it's going to keep them full till dinner. All right. I'll talk about how my son uses chocolate in a minute, but I love vanilla. Our kids need their protein. All right. Since we're talking about my son, let's jump to 20 to 30-year-olds, which I have 2 of each. My daughter is 30 and my son is 20. He's going to be 21 in November. Our adult kids are starting their morning with beet. Beet, as you know, it has nitric oxide, which is going to signal the walls of the arteries to relax, which is going to cause the blood vessels to widen, which is going to improve circulations, which will allow more efficient transport of blood, which is going to be carrying all of our nutrients that we're taking. So they're starting their day with beet. And I start my day with beet, and I add my pure. I got this from Anne. Lemon lime pure with our beet is delicious. You've heard this before. Start your day with 8 ounces of water. But I don't like water. Fine. Throw your beet and your pure in the water. Get your morning started every morning with this. Before my son heads out the door, he's taking his beet. Okay. Beet in our house is usually twice a day. So we got that out of the way. They need 20 and 30-year-olds, they need 20 to 30 grams of fiber a day. So they got to take their core for their fiber. They got to take their pure for their fiber. Okay, you got to keep that healthy gut. So, because they're busy. Our 20 and 30-year-olds, they're going to college or they're graduating and they're starting their career. They're busy. And something that they don't do is make sleep a priority, right? They just don't. They're up studying late. They're up talking to their girlfriend or boyfriend. They're up on social media. They're up binge watching whatever show they like to watch. They just don't make sleep a priority. So what happens the next day when they feel like they're dragging and they got to get through their day, or they're running to their college class? Well, they're reaching for those energy drinks, something that we want to keep them away from. And energies are getting creative. The bottles are pretty, right? They're saying that the energy drink has protein. Don't fall for that. Slap their hands. Get them away from those energy drinks that are filled with caffeine. We're going to encourage them. We're going to make sure that they're taking their vitamin D. Excuse me, because vitamin D reduces fatigue and boosts natural energy. It's also, as we talked about, is going to help the absorption of calcium to make their bones healthy. And so our little ones are taking their vitamin D because their bones are growing. Our 20 or 30-year-olds are paying attention to their bones so that when they turn 60, 70, 80, their bones are not weak, right? They're not worrying about falling and breaking something. So they need their vitamin D. They got to take care of their bones. And they're going to get that natural energy that reduces fatigue to keep them away from those energy drinks. They're up studying late, right? And they're trying to jam all these materials. And so we're going to help them stay focused at school with Bright. We're going to help them take care of their brains. Our Bright provides long-lasting energy, so it helps stay away from those energy drinks. It's going to Bright boost in enhance memory recall, so that when they study the next day they remember, right? It's going to increase their focus and concentration. And look, this is a hard age. Let's be real. We know that they're okay. We know that their problems is not a big deal. But for them, oh my God, life is so stressful, is what I hear. Because they're trying to figure out how to be adults. They want to be independent, right? They don't want you to tell them what to do. They're just trying to figure out how to be adults. And with that comes stress, because they want to make good decisions. They don't want to disappoint. They want to be their best, but yet they got to show up for their friends. Life is stressful. And so they get moody. Bright is going to help them boost their mood. It's going to help manage stress. Just such a powerful supplement. And when you're not getting enough sleep, I promise you that when you take Bright the next day, you're just going to feel so focused, even though you didn't sleep well the night before. So Bright 2 a day is a must. Yeah, they got to take it. Okay, so we talked about core, because at this age, they're hitting the gym. My daughter was busy from 4 years all through high school in dance. She was active, she was busy, long practices. She graduated and she stopped being so busy. So she started hitting the gym. All right, just where's she gonna get her energy for the gym? Core. Beat. 30 minutes before hitting the gym, my son and my daughter take this. More my son. My son is the big core drinker than my daughter. But you got to get that blood circulating so it can give you that boost when you're at the gym. So 30 minutes before the gym, take your core. Because you're at take your beat. You're at the gym, you need your nutrients, and you need your form. 20-year-olds, they got to take care of those muscles. They're building muscle, they're lifting weights. They gotta help muscle recovery, right? And they're going to do that with their form. My son takes 1 scoop, usually, I think he takes it after the gym. I'm pretty sure. He goes to the gym and then he comes home. Yeah, he takes beat 30 minutes before the gym. He takes chocolate form when he comes home from the gym, right before dinner. Form is always a must for him. He takes this all the time, every day. Even when he doesn't go to the gym, he goes to the gym 6 days a week. All right, what are we leaving out? I think that's it for oh no, that's not it. Another very important supplement for our 20 to 30-year-olds. They are living their best life, right? They're going to outdoor concerts. They're eating outside in the patio at the restaurants. They're at the beach. They're at the pool. They're traveling the world. They're hanging out with friends at the park. I just described to you my daughter. She just went to a concert a couple of nights ago. She is living her best life, and I love that for her, but she's doing it outside. where the pollution is. What happens when you hang out with pollution? Well, free radicals are introduced. And free radicals are damaged cells that are trying to attach themselves to healthy cells to repair themselves, but instead of what they're doing is they're damaging our healthy cells. How do we combat that? We combat that with Sol. Sol or Sol Red is the must at this stage because they got to fight those free radicals with this powerful antioxidant that works at a cellular level. This is going to help reduce oxidative stress, and it's also going to increase their natural energy. Guys, I promise you, when you take your supplements, you're going to feel that natural energy. I keep saying that, but it's so true. And it's going to fight chronic inflammation. Do our kids that are 20 and 30 worry about chronic inflammation? No, because it's chronic, right? Chronic means that it happens over a long period of time. If they manage their inflammation now, it doesn't become chronic. And so when they turn 50, they don't have to worry about the effects that the chronic inflammation costs their body. And so also red. It's when you start introducing to their diet. All right, let's jump to 50-year-olds. Yours truly, I'm 54. At our age, it's not do I take Sol or do I take Sol Red? We take both. I ran out of Sol Red. It's getting here with my auto ship in a couple of days. But we take both because we got to fight those damaging free radicals with this powerful antioxidant. I'm going to say it again. That works at a cellular level. We help reduce oxidative stress. We increase energy. We reduce inflammation. We also support our heart, and we elevate cellular health. What does all that mean? That means that we are slowing down the signs of aging. And who doesn't want that? I do. And you know what? We're probably even reversing the signs of aging when we take our Sol and Sol Red. You got to take both of them, okay? You got to take both of them. At our age, we're also taking Beet because we're no longer running after little ones, but we're running, right? We're training for half marathons. We're traveling the world. We're going to conference in Turkey. We're just running. We got things to do. We don't have time to slow down at 50. We got things to do. So we got to increase our circulation. We got to take care of our hearts, right? And if we're men, we got to take care of our prostate. We got to make sure that we're getting our L-arginine that's in this product to make sure that we enhance our cardiovascular performance. Also manages inflammation, also helps boost immunity. So twice a day. In the morning when you first wake up, to get that blood flowing, to get your nutrients to where it needs it, you facilitate that transport. And then 30 minutes before I take it 30 minutes before I run, because I run about 3 times a week. We got to take our Pure because let's be real, if you're 50, our digestive system doesn't work as great as it used to be. You know, we got gas, we got, things going on there, but we're going to keep our gut healthy. In the morning, we're going to add it to Beet, or we're going to take it at dinner. Sometimes I take it twice a day just because I can. We're going to take our fruit punch at dinner, but we need to take care of our gut. If we're taking care of our gut, then we are doing a better job at absorbing our nutrients. Right. And I say that because just a couple of days ago, last week on 2 separate occasions, my kids were getting frustrated with me. And I told them, look, I'm just not as sharp and as fast as I used to be. It is what it is. You got to be patient. And look, we saw our parents' age and we thought we understood, but now we really do understand. We know what it feels like to go to the next room and say, what did I come here for? Or where did I park my car? Hello. Or I just had my phone in my hand. Did anybody see my phone? So, and it's okay. Look, it happens. We're aging, but we're going to take care of our brain and we're going to take our bright. 2 a day. It's a must. It's a must. Please take your bright whenever. I was going to say twice a day, but no, take them together. 2 a day, every day. It's a must. Take care of your brain. Let's talk about Bend. And I don't have it with me because I just ordered it because I don't take it. But let me tell you why I don't take it. Because I run. I have run 4 half marathons, and I don't feel any problems with my knees or my joints when I run at all. But here's what happened this past weekend. I was climbing this counter to get on top of my refrigerator to start pulling down my fall decorations. And it took me a little bit to climb up this counter because I felt the knees. It just, I was like, oh wow, I did that pretty slow. And then I started on one leg and then I shifted to the other. And then when I climbed down, I shifted to the other one again. And I thought, isn't that interesting? Why don't we have bend in our routine? We got to take care of our joints. Let's not wait until we're hurting to take care of our joints. So start taking your bend. 50 and over, take care of your bend. And that pretty much, guys, wraps up what we do here in my household and why we do it and how we do it. And so you're probably thinking she was talking a little too fast, or she didn't talk about how that works or why that works. You don't need to know any of that. Why? Because we have the tools. This isn't about memorizing ingredients or understanding exactly why it works. You just got to get the concept. And then when you share with your customers or future business partners, you're going to get your phone. We're always going to try to be prepared, right? With our tools on hand. But if we don't have our Vitality magazine, no worries. Give me your number. I'm going to text you a video. Give me your number. I'm going to send you a PDF file. And then after you review it, you and I are going to talk again. We're going to download, which I'm sure you already have because it's part of the process when you get started, our RAIN app. What's so wonderful about our RAIN app? All our tools are there, right on your fingertips, anywhere, and no matter where you're at, your business is with you. And the beauty of this, having your business on your phone, is that every PDF file is in every language that's available at whatever country. Our videos is not all of our videos. Let me take that back. Not all our videos have been translated. The popular ones have, but they have subtitles. Anyway, the point is, here's your business. Everything you need is here. But we also have this wonderful, beautiful printouts. And let me tell you how I use it. I don't necessarily recommend a certain product to my future business partner or future customer. I kind of get an idea of what they're looking for. And then I say, take a look at this. This is a beautiful magazine, and I see it as a magazine that is going to give them details about our products and maybe also some health tips. They're going to go through it and they're going to decide, oh, tell me more about BEAT, prostate health, huh? My husband needs that. He's waking up, go to the bathroom and waking me up. And so we're going to say, oh, well, let me give you this handout, which tells them everything they need to know. I didn't grab BEAT, but it's going to give them all the nutritional facts, all the ingredients, what it does, how it works. Beautifully designed in our Vitality magazine. I don't have the new one on hand, but we have a new one that has been redesigned. Our tools are beautiful and they are here to support your business. So make sure that you're using them. All right, let's close this out so you can finish your Thursday. Thank you. If you're a guest here today, I want to say thank you again for joining us. We're excited that you were here. If you heard something that excited you, talk to the person who invited you and tell me more about this app. Give me more information about this product. They're ready to share with you how you can get a $10 off on your first order, or better yet, you want to know how does this business work and how can this business pay for your product? Why do you want to know that? Because when you start taking these products, you're going to feel amazing. And what happens when you feel amazing? You're going to be talking about it to everyone, or people are going to be seeing you. Sometimes when I get to work, I leave this in the break room by accident and people are picking them up and they're like, well, those are mine. But what is that? Well, let me tell you. Or they start noticing a difference in you and they're telling you, What's going on here? Tell me what you're doing different. I love this side of you. What did you do? And so you share. And what happens when you share something that you become almost evangelical about? You can earn some money. You can earn money to pay for your products, or you can earn a little bit more. The choice is yours. But the person that invited you here can give you all the information you need and is ready to help you decide what value pack works best for you. We have different packs that has different products at a great value. This has been fun as always. Thank you for all the nice comments, which I will take my time to read in a minute. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. See you on Saturday at Be the Breakthrough, and go out there and finish your week powerfully. Thank you, as always, for joining us. And this is Isabel signing off. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.